My name is Lily, and this is the story of how my life fell apart, only to be put back together in a way I never expected. It started like any other Monday. The fluorescent lights in the office flickered lazily above my cubicle as I sat at my desk, tapping away at my keyboard. 2 years in this company doing the work of 3 people and always overlooked, I had grown used to the humdrum routine. I wasn't one for the spotlight. I had never considered myself beautiful, at least not in the way the world defined beauty. My brown hair was always unruly, no matter how much I tried to tame it. My round face framed by glasses was ordinary at best, and I had been battling acne scars since high school. But I was okay with it. I was proud of my work. I believed that hard work spoke louder than looks. Apparently, I was wrong. I was called into my boss's office that afternoon, not for a performance review as I had hoped, but for something much more humiliating. Mr. Simmons sat behind his massive oak desk, his fingers drumming nervously. He wasn't an intimidating man by nature, but his expression told me that whatever he was about to say wasn't good. "Lily," he began, sighing heavily, "I want to be honest with you. You're a valuable employee. You're diligent, and your work ethic is admirable." I could sense the but coming a mile away. "But we're making some changes. The company's image is important, especially as we try to reach new clients and expand our brand. We need people who reflect that image." I blinked, confused. "What do you mean by image?" He hesitated, and that's when the truth hit me like a punch to the gut. His eyes shifted away, refusing to meet mine. "We're looking for someone who, better fits the look we're going for. You're great at your job, but..." His voice trailed off. He didn't have to say the rest. I wasn't pretty enough. I left that office in a daze, clutching the box of my belongings like a lifeline. Outside, the cold wind whipped against my face, biting at the tears that threatened to spill. I wasn't pretty enough. That's why I was fired. All those late nights, all those weekends spent working, and none of it mattered because I didn't fit into their mold of what a successful employee should look like. I went home, numb. I stared at my reflection in the mirror for what felt like hours. Every flaw I had learned to accept over the years suddenly seemed amplified. The acne scars, the uneven skin tone, the thick glasses, my hair, which never seemed to lie flat. I saw all the things that made me unworthy in the eyes of people like Mr. Simmons. For the next few days, I couldn't bring myself to leave the house. My small apartment, usually my cozy haven, became a prison. I stayed in bed, replaying the scene over and over in my mind, dissecting every word, every look. Was that all I was worth? Just a face? Just another cog in the machine of a company that cared more about appearance than talent? Friends called to check on me, but I didn't want to talk. What could I say? That I was fired for being ugly? The thought made me sick. My best friend Sarah tried to coax me out of my shell. "Lily, you're smart, you're talented," she said over the phone. "Screw them. You don't need people like that in your life." But it wasn't that easy. How could I prove my worth when the world seemed to measure value by the superficial? I thought about all the times I had been overlooked in favor of others who were more conventionally attractive. Promotions, opportunities, always slipping through my fingers because I didn't fit the part. I was on the verge of giving up when something inside me snapped. It was a Monday, again. Exactly a week since I had been fired. I was still lying in bed staring at the ceiling when a thought crossed my mind. Why am I letting them win? I had spent years working hard, building my skills, proving myself. And all of that was real, no matter what Mr. Simmons thought. I wasn't going to let one person's shallow judgment define me. I got out of bed, showered, and sat at my desk. It was time to take control of my life. The idea had been in the back of my mind for a while, but I had never had the courage to pursue it. I wanted to start my own business, a place where talent and hard work were valued over appearances, a place where people like me, people who were underestimated, could shine. I opened my laptop and began making a plan. Starting a business from scratch wasn't easy and it wasn't glamorous. I had to hustle for clients, send out proposals, and work long hours. My tiny apartment became my office, and I poured everything I had into my work. I offered freelance services, graphic design, social media management, marketing campaigns, anything I could get my hands on. At first, the clients trickled in slowly. Small businesses, startups, people who didn't care what I looked like as long as I could deliver results. And I did. The work spoke for itself. My reputation grew, and so did my confidence. Slowly but surely, I began to build something that was mine. But even as my business grew, the doubts lingered. I couldn't help but wonder if people still saw me the way Mr. Simmons had, as someone who didn't belong in the world of success because I wasn't beautiful enough. But then, one day, something happened that changed everything. I got an email from a large client, one of those dream clients you always hear about but never think you'll land. They had seen my work and wanted me to design a marketing campaign for their new product launch. I couldn't believe it. This was the big break I had been waiting for. When I showed up for the meeting, my heart was pounding. The old insecurities resurfaced. Would they judge me? Would they take one look at me and decide I wasn't what they were looking for? But the meeting went better than I could have imagined. They didn't care about how I looked. They cared about what I could do. That project was the turning point. It led to more opportunities, more